Good morning, children. Welcome to Rishikul Online School. This is Veena, and I welcome you in Module 3 of the chapter Debate Writing. In this module, we will discuss about purposes of debate, results of a good debate, and its layout with example. So, let us start. Yes, children, our debate is held with the following purposes. Number 1, when we have to deal with topics of controversial nature. Number 2, when the group needs to be exposed to the pros and cons of the topic or decision. Number 3, when the participants have the capacity to present their side in a meaningful and interesting manner. Number 4, there is favorable atmosphere in the group to accept ideas presented by logical arguments of the participants. Do you know, children, that a good debate cultivates leadership skills? It consolidates investigation and analysis skills. It trains critical listening and thinking skills. It enriches open mindedness. It equips with better organization and speaking skills. It builds confidence and boosts teamwork and cooperation ability. So now let us discuss about the layout of a debate. While writing a debate, we have to keep the following points in our mind. The first part is for introduction or opening, which must be started with a dramatic start, with a quote, fact, or revelation. The second part is for formal address, where you have to address the chief guest, members of jury, another dignitaries, and members of the audience. The third part is for introduction and position. Here you have to introduce yourself, state the motion, and take a position. The fourth section is for development of the topic. In this section, you have to write matter in 4 paragraphs. The first paragraph will be started with your strongest argument. The second one will be for your second argument. The third one will be for your third argument, quoting facts, figures, and references. In fourth paragraph, you have to counter the arguments and claims of your opponents. Then comes the fifth section for winding up. Here you have to sum up your arguments with your personal opinion to justify your stand. Then comes the sixth section for conclusion. In this section, you have to end your speech with an emphatic statement of your position on the motion. You might also express a hope, a warning, an appeal, or a call for action. Then comes the seventh section for formal thanks. Here you have to thank the audience for their time and effort in listening to you. Hope these points are clear to you. So on this page, there are some practice questions for you. Please solve it. So with this, module 3 of this chapter is over. Thank you.